Good morning. I'm Mary Kay Bean, and I serve as Public Information Officer for the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Before the public meeting begins, I want to review some information for audience members joining us virtually today. Audio settings. If you are participating via Zoom, you can access audio settings and test them during the meeting. See meeting controls and click the arrow next to mute or unmute options. Click Audio Options to open your audio settings. For closed captioning, go to the navigation panel and click Closed Caption to start viewing. You can click and drag the provided subtitles to move their position in the meeting window. Caption size can be adjusted by clicking the up arrow next to the Start Video / Stop Video. Then click Video Settings followed by Accessibility. Move the slide to adjust the caption size. To comment on an agenda item, please enter your name and telephone number in the Q&A box on the Zoom screen when the agenda item is introduced. You will receive a telephone call from area code 248. This call will connect you to the meeting so you can speak. The chairperson will request comment when it is time to speak. Instructions for participating in the public comment period. Zoom participants should select Q&A at the bottom of the screen. Type your name and phone number in the compose box and select send. You will receive a call from the 248 area code and will be placed in the queue to speak. You also may type a question in the compose box, which will be read aloud. Meeting agenda. You may access the meeting agenda using a link in the Zoom meeting chat section or visit the About MGCB section of the agency's website, www.michigan.gov/MGCB, and click on the link for board meeting schedule and agenda. Now, I would like to introduce Board Chairperson Linda Forte, who will open the meeting. Ms. Forte.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bean. I'd like to call to order the meeting. I am Linda Forte, Chair of the Michigan Gaming Control Board. All board members are present for today's meeting. We have a quorum. Proceed with today's meetings to decide various matters that are listed on the agenda. There will be an opportunity for public comment later in the agenda after the business portion is completed, and anyone wishing to address the board must fill out a request form, which is available at the reception table outside the hearing room entrance. We'll move on to consider the approval of the meeting minutes of the board's regular public meeting held on February 21st, 2023. Board members have been provided with a copy of the prepared minutes for review prior to today's meeting. Do members have any corrections, additions, or deletions to the prepared minutes?
Yes, I believe the date in the minutes refers to last week's meeting as opposed to this meeting today. Yep, on page 3. And so I wanted to update that to reflect today's meeting.
Thank you. Are there any other amendments, revisions, comments? Hearing none, Board Member Palms, could we please have a motion to adopt the prepared minutes as amended?
So moved.
Support.
Been moved and supported. Are there any questions, comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is approved. We'll move now to the Executive Director's report. And Mr. Williams, present that.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, board members. The board has received a written version of my report for review, so I will summarize my report this morning. Since the board's last regular public meeting, the following notable board-related activities and events have occurred. MGCB has hired 4 new employees and 2 employees have departed or resigned. The Gaming Control Board currently has 168 employees and 17 vacant positions. Ongoing efforts to fill the board's 17 positions will continue until all positions are filled. A roster of the board's current staff, including the state police and attorney general staff, assigned to assist the board in carrying out its statutory duties and responsibilities under the Michigan Gaming Control and Revenue Act as amended. It's included in your packet for your reference as attachment 1. Budget. As of March 31st, 2023, total MGCB expenditures were $14,630,987. This leaves an unexpended balance of $25,121,932 in appropriated funding for fiscal year 2023. This includes funds anticipated reimbursement to the Attorney General and State Police for requested assistance pursuant to the Act. Operations and revenue snapshot. All 3 licensed Detroit casinos continue to operate on a 24-hour, 7 days per week basis since the board's last public meeting. February 2023 and March 2023, the 3 Detroit casinos reported $105.5 million in monthly aggregate revenue in February 2023 and $119.2 million in monthly aggregated revenue in March 2023. For February and March, gaming taxes for the state of Michigan received from the 3 Detroit casinos were $18 million when compared to $17.5 million for the same period the previous year. For February and March, the Detroit casinos paid $70,695 in retail sports betting taxes to the state of Michigan. Revenue from Lawful Sports Betting Act and the Lawful Internet Gaming Act for January through March 2023. The state of Michigan taxes and payments for January through March 2023, $86.1 million in total taxes and payments, $82.4 million from internet gaming and $3.7 million from internet sports betting. City of Detroit taxes and fees for January through March 2023, $23.8 million total in taxes and fees, $22.1 million from internet gaming, $1.7 million from internet sports betting. Tribal operators payments for January through March 2023, $9.4 million in payments to the tribe. Occupational licensing. Since the board's February 2023 meeting, the employee licensing section completed the required background investigations of 146 pending level 1 and level 2 occupational license applications, 65 level 3 license applications, and 467 license renewal requests pursuant to Board Resolution 2002-02. I have already approved the 467 renewal requests and the 65 level 3 applications as recommended by the employee licensing section staff. The remaining recommendations regarding the 146 pending level 1 and level 2 occupational license applicants will be considered by the board as part of the business agenda for today's meeting. A list of the recommendations to be considered by the board at today's meeting was previously sent to you. Disassociated persons list. We currently have 4,113 individuals on the disassociated persons list. As of April 7, 2023, the board has received 1,242 applications seeking removal from the disassociated persons list. Board staff has approved 1,078 requests. 57 applicants have requested placement back on the list. 79 applications have been denied, and the remaining 28 applications are currently under review. Waiver of criminal convictions. Since the February 21st, 2023 public meeting, we have issued 1 waiver. Minor citations since the February 21st, 2023 public meeting, no minors in the casino citations have been issued. Just a few notables for the board. The agency organized a winter sock drive for the homeless. In less than a month, we set a goal of collecting 1,000 pair of new socks to donate. I am pleased to report agency staff exceeded that goal and collected 2,200 pair of socks. We we have a very engaged workforce here at the Gaming Control Board who truly cares for their fellow Michiganders. I would like to thank our partners, the Michigan State Police, who collected and donated 300 pair of socks towards this cause, and would like to thank employee Charlie Davison, who Corvette Club also donated 400 pair of socks. And Sandra Johnson just having a conversation with her sister. Her sister had a conversation with a friend, and a friend donated dozens of socks towards the cause. So just like to thank everyone for their participation in the sock drive. We selected 2 organizations to donate these items. One organization, Homeless Angels in Lansing, Michigan, and the Noah Project here in Detroit, Michigan. So we just split the donations equally between the 2 organizations. So just would like to thank everyone for their participation. Also in March, we launched our responsible gaming messaging campaign, Don't Regret the Bet, due to the legislature passing and the governor signing our 2023 budget request of $3 million. This is a statewide media campaign involving TV, radio, and social media. And we have a couple of those ads for you today. If you can look at your monitors, the audience can look at the screens, and we're going to share a couple of the ads that's playing statewide currently.
Woohoo! Gambling ads are getting pretty hard to ignore.
Bet now. Free bet. Bet now. Free bet. Bet for free. Bet. Free bet. Yeah. Free bet. Free bet.
If you choose to gamble, make sure you play it safe. For tips that will help, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Betting online can be fun. And really, what have you got to lose? Don't regret the bet. For tips that will help, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board.
Okay, so there's a couple of our commercials that's running now. There's also billboards, there's marketing material. The responsible gaming section are going out, meeting with different organizations, providing them the information. And what we're really just attempting to do is provide the citizens with assistance and guidance on how to bet responsibly. And so this is what this campaign is all about. In March, we also celebrated Women History Month. I would like to thank the board members for participating in a panel discussion on March 20th called Beyond the Board. The staff truly enjoyed the conversation with each of you and was grateful of you sharing your experiences in the workplace and in life. So I was able to go back and to review those, and it was a great discussion. So thank you, ladies, for participating in that activity with the board staff. Thank you. We also started a monthly podcast called Double Down Michigan, a podcast by the Michigan Gaming Control Board. We have already posted 2 interviews, one with Sandra Johnson, our responsible gaming manager. She provided excellent information for citizens regarding responsible gaming versus problem gambling. So if you all have an opportunity, please take a look at those podcasts. I would like to thank Marie, our social media specialist, for putting this together so quickly and professionally. It was her first time. Mary Kay Bean for assisting in drafting the wonderful questions that I asked each of the panelists when I interviewed them. And while we're speaking of Mary Kay Bean, I would like to inform the board, after over 40 years working in the capacity of public information officer, Mary Kay has decided to retire this coming May. I would like to thank her for the years of absolutely amazing work that she's done in messaging for this organization, helping us get our message out by writing great pieces that was picked up by national papers. And thank her for staying on until we hire a replacement to transition into the role. I would like to, at this time, for us to applaud Mary Kay for her years of service. Michigan State Police. In the report you have in front of you, there's a section on the activities of the state police as well as their number of open positions. Since the information includes confidential investigations of persons and crimes at the casinos, I'm not going to address them in the public forum, but please review at your convenience. In closing, I would like to remind everyone that gambling in any form is for entertainment purposes only. If you or a loved one have a gambling problem, please call the state's 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-800-270-7117 for assistance with treatment only. You also may visit our website at www.michigan.gov/MGCB and go to don'tregretthebet.org for information on self-exclusion programs, including the disassociated persons list and the Internet Gaming and Sports Betting Responsible Gaming Database, or call the MGCB's Responsible Gaming section at 1-888-223-3044. Thank you, Madam Chair. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. What a great report. And I just want to say kudos on the effort to collect and support the community through the staff's sock drive. I mean, what an amazing thing. And to overshoot the goals. Congratulations to Ms. Bean. Well deserved. Thank you for your service.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move into our business items. The first item of business is to consider the Casino Operations Division's recommendation regarding Level 1 and Level 2 occupational licensing license applications. The board's employee licensing staff has completed the background investigations of 146 Level 1 and Level 2 occupational license applicants since the board's last regular meeting. All board members have been provided a copy of Exhibit 1, which summarizes the staff's recommendations to grant applications for the reasons specified in the related background investigation reports. Are there any questions? Board Member Thor Davis, could we please have a motion to approve the occupational license applications as listed and recommended in Exhibit 1?
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is approved and orders will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and Licensing and Investigations Division's recommendations regarding the pending supplier license application request for the company, LTD, DBA, or the player, Beacons Commercial Installations, Inc., DBA, PCI, Worldwide, and Play and Go, New Jersey, LLC. Each board member was provided copies of the reports for review prior to today's meeting, and each applicant was given notice that the board would consider its supplier license request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions that board members may have regarding the request. Member Lambert Bounds, may we please have a motion to approve the supplier license applications as recommended?
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
Been moved and supported. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is approved and orders will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and Licensing and Investigations Division's recommendations regarding the pending supplier license renewal request of, we've got a list, Bulletproof Solutions, Inc., Cadillac Coffee Company, Cadillac Travel, Inc., Carmela Foods Distributing, Inc., Core Electric Company, Inc., DBA Core Group Services, Curtis Glass Company, Detroit Spectrum Painters, Inc., Essex Linen Supply Limited, Halifax Security, Inc., DBA North American Video, Incredible Technologies, Inc., LNW Gaming, Inc., MRP Supply, Inc., Northern Lakes Seafood and Meats, LLC, Renaissance Man Food Services, LLC, TCS John Huxley America, Inc., The Printer, Inc., the United States Playing Card Company, and Universal Hotel Supply, Inc. Each board member was provided with copies of the reports for review prior to today's meeting, and each applicant was given notice that the board would consider its supplier license renewal request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have regarding the request. Are there any questions? Okay. Board Member Palms, may we please have a motion to approve the supplier license renewals as recommended?
So moved.
Is there support? It's been moved and supported. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is approved and orders will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the Executive Director's report and Licensing and Investigations Division's recommendations regarding the pending request for approval of new key persons of supplier licensees. 888 Atlantic Limited with new key person Ori Shaked. Ainsworth Game Technology Limited with new key person JFG Prefastittung. ASF LDT DBA Angstrom Sports with new key person Benjamin David Levy. Betfair Interactive US LLC DBA FanDuel Sportsbook with new key person David Patrick Jennings. Evolution US LLC with new key person Jacob Emmanuel Clayson. Galaxy Gaming Inc. with new key person Meredith B. Brill. GAN Nevada Inc. with new key persons Brian P. Chang and Eric John Green. GeoComply Solutions Inc. with new key persons BXG Gaia Purchaser LLC, BXG Gaia Non-Voteco LLC, BXG Gaia Voteco LLC, Viral Pitan Patel, Vishal Rajan Amin, and Catherine Sarah Lever. Green Tube USA LLC with new key person JFG Prefastittung. Metric Gaming Services Limited with new key person Daniel John Banham. Novamatic America Sales LLC with new key person JFG Prefastittung. Penn Sports Interactive LLC with new key person Benjamin David Levy. PointsBet Michigan LLC with new key person Benjamin David Levy. Sport Raider Solutions LLC DBA Sport Raider with new key person Andrew Hungerford Mark Bempson. The United States Playing Card Company with new key person Julie Aline de Cartier de Marquian. TSG Interactive US Services Limited DBA Fox Bet with new key persons Robert Coldrake, Alan Peter Clark, and Atif Chaudhry Rafiq. Each board member has been provided with copies of the reports for review prior to today's meeting, and each applicant was given notice that the board would consider its request at today's meeting. And board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have regarding the request. Are there any questions? Board Member Thor Davis, may we please have a motion to approve the applications for new key persons as recommended?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is approved and an order will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the Executive Director's report and Licensing and Investigations Division's recommendations regarding the pending request for approval of new key persons of casino, internet gaming operator, and sports betting operator licensee. Detroit Entertainment LLC, DBA Motor City Casino with new key person Bradley Jerome Bailey. MGM Casino LLC, DBA MGM Detroit Grand Detroit Casino with new key person Matthew Douglas Buckley. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the report for review prior to today's meeting, and the licensee was given notice that the board would consider its request at today's meeting. Are there any questions from board members? Board Member Lambert Bounds, can we please have a motion to approve the applications for new key person as recommended?
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
Been moved and supported. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion has been approved and orders will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the Licensing and Investigations Division's recommendation regarding the pending transfer of interest of supplier licensee Ainsworth Game Technology Limited, GeoComply Solutions, Inc., GreenTube USA, LLC, Novamatic America Sales, LLC. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the report for review prior to today's meeting, and the licensee was given notice that the board would consider the request at today's meeting. Are there any questions from board members? Okay, Board Member Palms, may we please have a motion to approve the transfers of interest as recommended?
So moved.
Their support?
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion has been approved and orders will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the acknowledgement of violation of casino licensee Greek Town Casino LLC. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the report and acknowledgement of violation for review prior to today's meeting, and the licensee was given notice that the board would consider the acknowledgement of violation at today's meeting. Are there any questions from board members? Board Member Thor Davis, can we please have a motion to accept the acknowledgement of violation?
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
Been moved and supported. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion has been approved and an order will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the proposal for decision regarding occupational licensee Yvette Jackson. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the agency record for review prior to today's meeting, and the licensee was given notice that the board would consider the agency record regarding the proposal for decision at today's meeting. Assistant Attorney General Bethany McCune will briefly summarize the facts involved.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a level 2 occupational licensee who was in the renewal process of her license, and she failed to cooperate with board staff while they were trying to conduct the investigation. She also provided false statement on her application as it related to whether or not her tax returns had been filed. And those all go to the suitability of a person to hold a license with the Michigan Gaming Control Board. The license was summarily suspended. A hearing was commenced within the appropriate time. The person did not show up at the hearing. A motion for default judgment was entered. A proposal for decision was entered, and then there was compliance. So the order was issued rescinding the summary suspension. So we're asking today that you adopt the findings of fact and conclusions of law in the proposal for decision. And then the next part of the order says that we would ask that you would affirm the summary suspension, but the penalty has basically already been served by going through the process and not being able to work while that process was taking place until there was compliance and the order rescinding the summary suspension was issued. So that's Miss Jackson for you today.
Okay. Well, is Miss Jackson or her representative here? Okay. Then we will, I think, move on. Do you want us to take action on the rescission?
And adopt the findings of fact and conclusions of law, and then affirm the summary suspension that has already taken place.
Thank you. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
There's support for the motion.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? That motion has passed and an order will be issued accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move on to other business. And is there any other business to come before the board? Not, we'll move into public comment. We are now at the point in the board's meeting where members of the public may come forward and offer comments regarding the business of the board. I'll ask Mr. Mathis if we've received any request.
No request, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Okay, there's no public comment. So we'll move on to the board's next scheduled public meeting will be Tuesday, June 12th, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. Next, we'll consider a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Section 8H of the Open Meetings Act to receive notification of persons placed on the disassociated persons list since the board's last closed session. Since the board's February 21st, 2023 public meeting, several applications have been received from individuals requesting to be placed on the board's disassociated persons list as part of their treatment for compulsive gambling problems under Section 25 of the Michigan Gaming Control and Revenue Act. The Act and Board Resolution number 2001-06 require that the board be provided with confidential notification of the names of all individuals placed on the disassociated persons list since the board's last closed sessions. Board Member Palms, may we have a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Any questions? Hearing none, may we have a roll call vote on the motion?
Yes. On the motion to go into closed session following this portion of today's public meeting, all those in favor say aye, opposed nay. Chairwoman Forte,
Aye.
Board Member Palms,
Aye.
Board Member Deidre Bounds,
Aye.
Board Member Joni Davis.
Thank you. We'll now go into closed session. Can I speak to them? Can I say something to them? Okay, we'd like to resume the open meeting. And we'll start.
Excuse me, everyone, we're back in session. We're back in session. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Okay, the first item we'll pick up is a motion to approve the minutes of the board's February 21st, 2023 closed session. Board members have been provided with a copy of the prepared minutes for the board's last closed session, which was held February 21st, 2023 for review prior to today's meeting. Do board members have any corrections, additions, or deletions to the prepared minutes? Hearing none, Board Member Thor Davis, may we have a motion to adopt the prepared minutes?
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion has passed. And the next and last item is a motion to, and vote to adjourn. Board Member Lambert Bounds, may we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.